What just happened in the NFL has left the football world stunned, jaws dropped, and fans frantically refreshing their feeds to make sure they read it right. Patrick Mahomes, yes, the Patrick Mahomes, former face of the Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl MVP, and arguably the most electrifying quarterback the league has ever seen, is now officially a Dallas Cowboy. This isn't just a blockbuster move, it's a full-blown NFL earthquake that has shaken the very foundation of professional football as we know it. Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming. Let's take a moment to unpack this jaw-dropping, reality-defying moment in NFL history. Early this morning, reports started surfacing from insiders and verified sources that Mahomes had been spotted in Dallas. Whispers turned into roars when footage leaked of him entering the Cowboys' headquarters in Frisco, Texas. Before the speculation could even hit its peak, the Cowboys' official account dropped the bombshell: Patrick Mahomes had signed a deal with Dallas. Phones lit up, Twitter imploded, sports talk radio turned into emergency broadcasts. Analysts across ESPN, Fox Sports, and every sports podcast imaginable were scrambling to rewrite the entire narrative of the upcoming season. This isn't just a team adding a new quarterback. This is a team adding the quarterback, the most generational talent since Tom Brady, and possibly with even more raw skill and playmaking ability. For years, Mahomes has been the golden boy of the NFL, redefining what it means to play quarterback with his off-script improvisations, his no-look passes, his scrambling ability, and his sheer arm strength. To imagine him wearing the navy and silver star of Dallas instead of Chiefs red is borderline surreal. Now, we need to talk about what this means not just for the Cowboys, but for the league as a whole. For Dallas, this is the biggest moment since the 1990s dynasty era. The Cowboys, long seen as the most valuable sports franchise in the world yet stuck in a decades-long postseason drought, have just acquired the piece that could finally return them to championship glory. Jerry Jones has never been shy about making big moves, but this one is on a completely different level. After years of investing in a strong offensive line, stacking up their defense, and grooming their receiving core, the Cowboys now have a field general who can fully unlock all of that potential. Think about the weapons Mahomes now has at his disposal: CeeDee Lamb, one of the best young route runners in the league, who now has a quarterback capable of threading passes into impossible windows. Brandon Cooks, a deep threat who will finally be able to stretch the field with a quarterback who can throw 60 yards off his back foot. Tony Pollard in the backfield providing elusive, shifty runs that keep defenses honest. Combine that with a top 10 defense led by Micah Parsons, who is now tweeting cryptic fire emojis by the way, and you have a team that doesn't just scare opponents, it terrifies them. Patrick Mahomes walking into that huddle changes everything. The Dallas offense becomes instantly unpredictable, explosive, and championship-ready. Even the Cowboys' critics, who have long called them America's most overhyped team, are now forced to pause and reconsider, because with Mahomes under center, the Cowboys aren't just contenders, they're favorites. On the flip side, let's talk about the shockwave this sends through Kansas City. This is a team that built its identity around Mahomes. He was the heartbeat, the face, the magic. The Chiefs' offense, crafted with Andy Reid's brilliance and Mahomes' improvisation, has been the envy of the league for years. Their partnership seemed destined to last a decade or more. And now it's over. We don't yet know the full story, whether it was a contractual dispute, philosophical differences, or Mahomes simply wanting a new challenge, but something massive went down behind closed doors. The Chiefs' front office now faces a nightmare scenario. Who replaces Mahomes? How do you even begin to fill the shoes of a player who redefined your franchise and brought you back-to-back Super Bowl appearances? Rumors are already swirling. Some say they'll make a move for a veteran. Others believe they'll roll with their backup while looking to draft a long-term solution. But let's be honest, no one can replace Mahomes. Not in production, not in leadership, not in magic. Kansas City fans are heartbroken. They're emotional, they're shocked. And rightfully so. Their golden era may have just come to an abrupt and unexpected halt. Meanwhile, the NFL as a whole is reeling. This is the kind of move that shifts power balances across the entire league. Division rivals are scrambling to reassess their strategies. Think about the NFC East now. The Eagles, already elite, suddenly have to contend with Mahomes twice a year. The Giants and Commanders? They now face a division where the bar for quarterback play has been set sky high. Coaches are going back to the drawing board. Defensive coordinators are losing sleep. And other quarterbacks? They're taking note. Because Mahomes leaving the comfort of Kansas City signals a new era, one where the league's top talents might not be as untouchable or rooted as we thought. It changes the tone of free agency. It changes how teams plan their futures. And most of all, it injects a level of drama and unpredictability that makes the NFL the most exciting sports league in the world. Now, let's zoom in on Mahomes himself. Why Dallas? Why now? What could have led to this decision? Well, if you've followed Mahomes closely, you know he's a competitor. A fierce one. He's accomplished nearly everything with Kansas City: multiple Super Bowl wins, MVPs, Pro Bowl appearances, a Hall of Fame are some before the age of 30. Perhaps he wanted a new mountain to climb. Perhaps the allure of bringing a title to America's team, a franchise starving for postseason success, was too powerful to ignore. There's also the Texas connection. Mahomes is a Texas native. His roots run deep in the Lone Star State. Playing for the Cowboys isn't just business. It's personal. It's legacy-defining. Imagine him hoisting the Lombardi Trophy in AT&T Stadium, in front of his home state fans, wearing that iconic silver star on his helmet. It's the kind of story you read about in sports movies, not real life. But here we are. Social media right now is a war zone. Cowboys fans are rejoicing, some literally crying tears of joy. They've been waiting for this moment for decades. The moment when Dallas would stop being a punchline and start being feared again. On the other hand, Chiefs fans are devastated. Some are angry, others are confused, and a lot of them are still in denial. NFL players are tweeting cryptic messages, emojis, shocked reactions. Even veteran analysts are saying this is the most shocking transaction in league history, bigger than Brady to Tampa, bigger than Favre to the Vikings. It's not just the player, it's the timing, the youth, the dominance. Mahomes was supposed to be the anchor of Kansas City for another 10 years. But in a league where nothing is guaranteed, not even that is sacred. So what happens next? The Mahomes era in Dallas begins now. Training camp will be a media circus. Every throw, every interaction, every interview will be dissected. Cowboys merchandise sales are already through the roof. Tickets? Sold out. National broadcast schedules will shift to accommodate more Dallas games. Every network wants Mahomes in primetime. The NFL knows what it has: a narrative goldmine. As for Kansas City, the rebuild begins. They still have an elite head coach in Andy Reid and a top-tier tight end in Travis Kelce, though don't be surprised if he starts considering his own future now. But without Mahomes, everything resets. That offense, as dynamic as it was, ran through 15. Now, it's a team searching for a new identity in a league that won't slow down to wait. And finally, let's address the skeptics. Some are saying Mahomes won't be able to thrive in Dallas. That he's leaving a system perfectly tailored to him. That the Cowboys organization isn't as stable as Kansas City's. And while those concerns aren't completely unfounded, they forget one thing: Mahomes isn't a system quarterback. He is the system. Wherever he goes, he takes greatness with him. His leadership, his work ethic, his ability to elevate those around him. It doesn't matter what uniform he's wearing. Mahomes is the kind of talent that transforms franchises, rewrites history books, and inspires a new generation. And now, that transformation is happening in Dallas. So buckle up, NFL fans. The 2025 season just got flipped on its head. Patrick Mahomes is a Cowboy. And nothing will ever be the same again.